But let's start with a look back at events at the weekend. And as you messaged me at the weekend, it's now becoming the Luke Humphries Tour. Luke Humphries winning a fourth European Tour title of the year. Still 4 Players' Championships to come over this weekend into next week. But given his run on the stage at the moment, is Cool Hand the favourite for the World Matchplay?
He's there or thereabouts. I think Michael Smith should be the favourite despite Luke Humphries' current run, because he's been able to do it on television as well, winning in the World Series, winning the last Premier League night. Granted, that didn't get him into the playoffs, but he's been able to play at a similar level to Luke Humphries and get similar results to Luke Humphries, but he's also done it on the televised stage. And we know he hasn't crossed the finish line before, but he's made the World Championship final just at the beginning of the year. He made the UK Open final at the beginning of the year. He's made other major finals before. So I think his overall CV and recent form makes him, in my book, the favorite, at least maybe not, if not the betting favorite, at least on current form. But Luke Humphries has to be there. He's now won the last 3 Euro Tour events that he's played in. He skipped one that gave Michael Smith the title. Granted, Michael Smith skipped this one. Who knows what would have happened had Michael Smith played in Trier? Maybe we would have had that final between the two that might have determined who should be the favorite heading into the World Matchplay. But Michael Smith, I think, has done that little bit more and is playing that little bit better. That said, Luke Humphries was really impressive this past weekend. Okay, he wasn't averaging 108 like he did in the semifinals at his most previous Euro Tour title. Did average over 100 in the last 3 matches. He did in one of them, but not in the last 3 consecutive like he did in the previous event. But he averaged over 95 in every single match this time. He whitewashed Stephen Bunting. Granted, Bunting didn't really show up, or didn't show up at all to that match. After it was a pretty good week up until then for Bunting. But he whitewashed him. He hit everything when he needed to. He came back from 4-0 down in the final, winning 4 in the spin to even it up, and then getting over the line, winning couple more legs at the end, including the last one against the throw to beat Rauby John Rodriguez. He beat Cameron Menzies' first match in what was the only other tight affair where Menzies averaged north of a ton. It doesn't matter what his opponent throws at him. Luke Humphries believes he's going to win. And in the final, or maybe it was the semifinal, I can't remember which, but the commentators were talking about the difference in how he looked in this event compared to earlier in the season when he was winning that first, that second, even that third Euro Tour event where he was celebrating after every match, running around the stage, because, as they said, it was something new to him. That now he's a proven winner, and he believes that he is the man to beat every single event. And it was just business as usual. He didn't need to flash. He didn't need to celebrate, because the only thing that mattered was getting over the line in the final. Everything along the way to that was business as normal. And if he brings that mentality, if he brings that confidence, if he brings that overall game that he has now pretty much almost every weekend on the Euro Tour this year, and often in the Players' Championships as well, then yeah, he will be one of the players to beat. I'm still putting Michael Smith as the favorite, but Luke Humphries is not far behind, and his first major title, if it's not Blackpool, isn't far behind that either. He is a superstar, not in the making. He is a superstar now, and that's why he's won 4 Euro Tours, and that's why he's one of the best players in the world.
Yeah, and that's a great phrase that you used there, business as usual, from the weekend. And yeah, it probably did feel like that a little bit, given his way to the title and his performances over the weekend in Germany. It was a consistent standard throughout, as you say. It was high 90s to low hundreds, consistent all the way through the weekend. And yeah, there were some games that were tougher than others, but you look at that run that he had on the Sunday, and first 3 games on the Sunday, dropped just 3 legs against Lucas Feinig, Ian White and Stephen Bunting, whitewashing Stephen Bunting 7-0. But then we saw the other side of things, that the final against Rauby John Rodriguez and the comeback that we saw in that game as well, 4-0 down. And in the first 4 legs, I think he had 1 dart at the ball. That was it. But to come from 4-0 down, and the run of legs that he put together to get it back to 4, I think got down here 14, 15, 14, 11 darts. When you're up against it in a stage final, that does take some doing. And that's probably a testament to the year that Luke Humphries is having, the titles that he's already picked up this year, that he was able to produce a comeback like that and then get over the line, survive that match start in that last leg, both players getting a chance to win it, Luke getting another chance and getting over the line to win it. But he said himself that final on Sunday, what a game it was, he said that was the greatest win that he's had, and he's now got 5 titles this year, 4 on the Euro Tour, and there's only one player that's won more titles than him this year in the PDC, and that's Michael van Gerwen, who's on 6. And it's not often now that we can look ahead to these major tournaments and speak about the title sponsor, the market they've got, because we've not got many bookmakers left sponsoring these events, but Betfred are still the title sponsor of the World Matchplay. They've got Michael van Gerwen 5-1, Gerwen priced 11-2, the defending champion Peter Wright 7-1, Johnny Clayton, and also the man you mentioned, Michael Smith, 8-1. Then you've got Luke Humphries and Dimitri van der Berg both at 10-1. So joint 6 favourites. For me, I would be putting Luke Humphries ahead of a few of those players that I mentioned before him, because the form that he's shown this year, the title winning form that he's shown, and the amount of confidence I think he's going to take, even if he has a bad weekend this weekend in the Players' Championship events, the confidence that he's got playing on stage this year, I think is going to serve him really well. And I think if you look at all the players that are going to be going to the World Matchplay that maybe haven't won a TV title at a senior level like Luke Humphries yet, I don't think there's going to be anyone in that field with more confidence. I think you'd probably say you've got the more established winners, the likes of Dimitri van der Berg, who we've just seen win those back-to-back World Series titles. Michael Smith, we've seen him win on the World Series as well this year and make all those finals as well on TV. I think they're going to be going into it with plenty of confidence. And of course, Michael van Gerwen just won the Premier League. He's not come back into some good form since then. He had that little break, but he has won that Premier League, so he'll be bang up for it as well. But I think Luke Humphries, I think you'd probably put him around a third or a fourth favourite at the moment. So 10-1 looks like very good value. And considering what he's done this year on stage in front of those big crowds, I think 10-1 is a very good price for him.